Hi everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to make an apron out of a t-shirt. So you got to get a t-shirt. First thing you got to do is clear off your workspace. You're going to need all the space you can get. Next, you want to figure out what side of the shirt is going to be the front of your apron. I have a shirt here that has designs on the front and the back. I actually prefer the design on the back, so the back is going to be the front of my apron. So once you've figured that out, lay your shirt down with the design you want to be on the front facing up, and you're going to cut from collar to armpit on both sides. Get your scissors, make sure that they're cutting properly. If they're not, I suggest you get a different pair of scissors, otherwise this is going to be very frustrating for you. So you're going to cut off armpit to collar, collar to armpit on both sides of your shirt. Okay, now that that's done, you're going to flip your shirt over. So the design that's going to be on the front of your apron is going to be facing down. Next step, you're going to cut from armpit to armpit on the back only. It's important that you don't cut through both layers of fabric. You are just cutting the back layer. Well, the back of your apron. It's really going to be the top layer if you're looking at it. So cutting from armpit to armpit, just through the top layer. Right, see, I did not cut through this lower layer of fabric, just cutting the top. Now you're going to cut this piece of fabric off around the collar on the back only. You want to make sure not to cut the collar because that piece is going to go over your head so that you can wear your apron. When you're done with this step, you should have a piece of fabric that looks like this, and you don't need it anymore. Just put it to the side. Next step, you're going to cut up and up on both sides. You're going to leave a 3-inch band at the top of your apron. You got to stop 3 inches before the top. Actually, for this step, I like getting a marker and drawing the lines that I'm going to cut. That way I don't make any mistakes. If you're using a black shirt, a white colored pencil or a white crayon works perfectly. So as you can see, I've drawn lines to cut up both sides. I prefer cutting up both sides first and then a line across. Perfect, so I've cut up on both sides. Notice how I keep turning the apron as I'm cutting so I don't have to strain my wrist. You always want to turn the apron so that you're just cutting a straight line away from you. So now that I've cut up on both sides, I'm going to cut across, making sure that I have that 3-inch band of fabric at the top. When you're done with this step, you should have a rectangular shape of fabric. You don't need that anymore, just move it to the side. Last step is a little tricky, so I definitely suggest drawing it out. You're actually gonna make 2 straps out of this piece of fabric back here. Now, you don't wanna cut up the middle. Your straps are not gonna be long enough and you might not even be able to tie them behind you. So we're actually gonna cut up, across, up. So I'll draw this and then I'm going to hold it up to the camera so that you can get a better view of what I'm doing. All right, here you go. So as you can see, I'm cutting up on the left, across the whole band and then up on the right. Make sure to flatten this out. It's much easier to cut when it's nice and flat. So you're going to cut halfway up. You do not cut this whole band. You're just cutting halfway up. And then you turn your scissors and you cut all the way down the entire length of this band that you've left. All right, so at this part, you can make a mistake and accidentally cut off one of your straps. So I want you to really focus on, it doesn't make sense to cut this way, because then your whole strap's gonna come off. So it just makes sense for you to cut the other way. So you're gonna cut up. And now you're done. You have these two beautiful long straps. Since I use the back of my shirt as the front of my apron, I still have this tag here. So I'm gonna cut that off because it'll probably annoy me. And now you just put the collar piece over your head. Show you how it fits. Your straps should be long enough so they can actually wrap around you in the back, and you can tie it in the front. I prefer doing that personally, or you can tie them in the back. It's up to you. Yeah. Ta-da! You did it. Good job. We're done.